Alright, let's get going with this then. I have never played it before. I've loaded it up once to set the sound levels, and then I'm going to start a new game and we go from here. The Z-Bat is able to detect underwater settlements nearby. Be sure to dive below and look for them. Okay. Right. Captain's making. 3 decades ago in the Reign of Victoria, London was stolen by bats. Now it lies a mile below the surface. It was dreadfully inconvenient for everyone, but it opened a vast black ocean to you. Welcome to the Untersee. Decide later. If you just want to get out to Z immediately, choose this opportunity to revisit your past or later. Choose a past. Decide who you were and what you want to be. Okay, let's go with the mystery. For now, you're a mystery. An occurrence. You're addressed as quality is now. You're addressed as quality is now mumble. You're a stranger. Quality is gone. Welcome to the world. You now lodge in a room above the blind helmsman. Someone is looking for passage. Continue. Fallen London, deep, dark and marvellous. All voyages start here, and this is where successful voyages end. Advice for captains. Tutorial. London, your lodgings, a passenger. The much lamented M. Demure found a watery grave long, long ago. Probably your end will be no better, but if you read this book of invaluable advice, your chances will improve. Captains often die. This is not the end. When you die, you'll learn lessons which will help you survive next time. Beware, the layout of the Untersee changes with each new captain, but home waters are stable, and islands only move so far. On exploration, heart of the game, risk-spinning rewards, staying close to London is safe, but eventually you'll run out of fuel and supplies. Exploring and playing port stories will allow you to find secrets and echoes. Unforgiving mode is how the game is meant to be played. One autosave updated when you reach port and wiped on death. If you're getting frustrated and want a more leisurely exploration, you can switch to merciful mode. On machines, your prow lamp dispels darkness, reduces terror increase, allows you to find Z-marks. Your engines, of course, drive the ship forward into the night. Use your Z-Bat scout. Technically, it's a gyroscope, but we're among friends here. On fighting, when enemies in the arc of your guns, you'll see the firing solution. The glow around the fire buttons increase. When it is complete, let them have it. You can fire earlier if you like, but may miss. Larger ships may have access to different gun slots. When you put into port, you can generally explore and exhaust the store represented on your next visit. On terror, terror increases gradually over time while you're out at Z, away from land. Watch the skull. When you see orange or red pips, terror will bump up if you spend much longer in the frightening place. Many events will increase it too. Add new stories to the game, you can download from the main menu. Sell this book. You're a veteran captain of Aquana Royce. Very well then. No? Okay, I can't do that yet. How to clear a submarine. Unofficial research into submarine travel. I understand. I have no need for help. Let's remove this tutorial. So these are all tutorials. Adopt a Blemmingen Gallivanter. A Blemmington sits top of splintered crate, kicking and whistling captains as they come near. University. Your lodgings. Papers. Don't have a study, rest in a boo, down, don't, none of those. Agree to carry the gnomic Gallivant to the Cumaean Canal or the Iron and Mystery Funging Station, or both. History is a horse who will prick it with their spurs. He grows no one in particular. A drop of blood may be as precious as a ruby. Let's do more there. Same thing. Speak to your officers to spend secrets improving abilities. Spend echoes and equipment in ports. You can often find officers in London. Let's see, go on. Saving and loading manually permanently switch your character to merciful mode. This will remove the Invictus token. Completing the game with the Invictus token intact is a badge of honour. So, go. Future captains can inherit some skills. You will find extra items. Continue. Both your prow lamp and your engines use fuel. More powerful engines use more fuel, but all lamps use fuel at the same rate. Try not to run out of fuel. Know that the Admiralty will compensate you with fuel for port reports. Send out your Z-button and it'll tell you where the nearest undiscovered island is. Be warned, if you're moving, it will give less accurate directions. Pause to get most accurate reading. On fighting. Green glow means enemy is in the light. Enemy ships also have an arc on their guns. Try to stay out of their way. Enemy Z-beasts will try to ram or bite you and they will submerge. If you're careful and turn your lights off, you may also be able to sneak up behind them and get a shot in first. Tara, come back to London and sell this book. I'll keep it for the moment. Locked for some reason. Perhaps I don't have a submarine. To acquire a submarine. Travel to the southern coast and follow east to find the port Carnelian. There you will learn how to convert your ship into a submarine. Be sure you're paid for the journey. Oh, I appear to have got one. The Admiralty Survey Office. Visit and investigate ports to gain port reports and trade them in here. The first time you trade in a port report, you'll get the Admiralty's favour. This port. Use the port below and return to London. You can check. Leave. Locked. I am more crew. Sensible sailors are looking for a safer run to the tomb colonies, or at least the same run to the southern archipelago. You'll need to buy drinks, spread around hiring fees, look for daredevils. Your ship in dry dock? Probably not much point yet. Offer passes to a tomb colonist, new recruit. Perhaps not. Let's read the morning paper. The Canate is threatening war. They always are. London's colonies on the Carnelian coast want independence. They always do. The Unter-Z, the paper's report, has undergone another alteration. Not yet, it hasn't. You know. Oh ho! A promotional coupon from Mrs. Plenty's Provisions for a half cast of salt herring. You can use that. You'll gain one-time supplies. New turtle 6. Perhaps we'll try that later. Click the launch button to leave port. Launch E. This is us. Use the WSAD keys to move. Tap W twice to reach. Welcome in, A-Wind, and well done on getting first. We're just leaving port. Use S to slow down, use A and D to steer again. Bad Stephen as Abyss. I do not know. I have basically started the game up. What's what? Okay, something awaits you. After a short time at Z, a lamp icon will appear above the logbook. It means your opportunities await you in the next port. Port? No, it's the thing I bounce off. Ah, there's Hunter's Keep. These must be boys. Buoys. This looks port-like. That circle line is a port. Go there for stories. To visit this port, click the dock button. Dock. Careful. Oh, yeah, that's my fault. Hunter's Keep. Advice for captains. Okay, I think we read most of that. Oops. That's my ship. You know something of the Untersee. Good. Shops. No shops available. Shipyard. I've got 50 echoes. Hunter's Keep. There we go. A hump of dark rocks swathed in mist like 100 other Untersee islands. But here's a grand house, windows aglow, lawns possibly green and lush in the false starlight. Raked gravel paths. You stand on the dock as the sea nudges the ship's sides. An unexpectedly warm breeze carries the faintest trait of lavender. Let's go to the house. A maid with smouldering topaz eyes shows you into the parlour where 3 young women wait. A visitor, the youngest cries. The next youngest chuckles, the eldest sighs. Do excuse the indecorum, she says. Visitors are rare. You are very welcome. I am Cynthia. The noisy one is Phoebe. The cheerful one is Lucy. You are in good time for lunch. Will you join us? You are acquainted with the Sisters of Hunter's Keep. Distant bells. You'll find a story when you next make port. Cynthia is the oldest milkily. Okay, let's go to lunch. Cynthia grasps your arm and whispers to you. Her eyes are wide and blue, her hair is wild and tangled. Bats might nest in it. It seems to you that you are sitting on a hillside above a wide blue lake, listening to the story of a murder, an axe, a net, blood on scented water. Another chop, Cynthia asks. You've barely touched your food here. Food. Here, I'll have the maid wrap something up for you. You can't be hungry. It's not safe to be hungry. We've got a wary ex-terror. You now have 1 tale of terror. That's all for now. Some supplies. You were acquainted with the sisters. You've lost 20 hunger. And remain in 1025. You now have Gods of the Sea, Salt's attention. Bar is empty. Okay. You ask the sulphur-eyed maid to carry a few hints of your news to the sisters. Oddly enough, she comes back with a message that their headaches are cured and you're invited to lunch. Cynthia. Let's try Lucy. Lucy leans over and whispers to you confidentially. A complex story about a butler, a pig, and an inheritance. You don't follow the details of the plot, but somehow the pig ends up in an attic and the butler in the vicar's bed. Candles flicker, dishes enter and leave, and the wind butts gently at the window panes. By the time the Plum pudding arrives. You're as cheerful as you've been in months. I've lost terror. Okay, so they're gone. We've done the news. Let's have a look around the island. Alright. Oh, I can go forward, I think. Launch. I guess I go back to London and go to the Admiralty, maybe? See how that works. An inspection by the Ministry of Public Decency. Some things are too illegal for the Customs Service to admit the existence of. The Ministry are here looking for those. You shrug and invite them to search your ship as thoroughly as they would like. You shrug. They leave scuff marks on the newly scrubbed decks and take great pleasure in tangling the rigging. They find nothing more dangerous than mouldy ship's biscuit. Someone wants to sign on. It's over now. Right, what was he saying over here on the tutorial? Objectives and story progress on the right hand side, mouse over an icon or click on the category hitting to see details. Yeah, okay, good stuff. Your officers, click and drag officers or right click to speak to them. Assigned officers give ability bonuses. Right click to speak to this office. Play with your ferret. Play, that I roll says. Play I played once in the happy warrens of London before you installed me in this floating coffin and made me eat dried food. Damn your play. It is an eloquent eye roll. Right. That's me. Oh, that's me. Haha. Shops here, you can buy fuel. Ah. Can't afford anything. Buy torpedo components, lead beater and stain rod reconditioned frigid surplus deck guns, which I could sell one, and I can buy one for 5 times the price. That's how we would upgrade our guns and stuff. And we don't have much money. We got 55. A battered dressing mechanism that will ensure your ship goes in more or less the correct direction. What else we got here then? Engines. A very fine evening to you, Captain. My, what you might call mentor, is very fond of adventurous Z captains, and he would like to offer you what you might call a dispensation, on account of he is so fond of Z captains. Behind the blind bruiser on the dock stands a dray piled high with food and supplies. Accept the dispensation. Do you make sure you have 15 points of space in the hold? Or come back later. It would be embarrassing to have to leave it on dock. Hold. I do in fact have that. Who is this patron? Is there a catch? Too good to refuse? He runs a very fine and very liberal establishment just across the river, what is much patronised by sailors and by men of wit and vinegar. A public house. And there is no obligation to speak of. My patron would only hope that you might remember him kindly, and I suppose that if the opportunity should arise for you to return his kindness, then I do not imagine he would refuse your offer. All right. Medusa's head. Should in that day come, you'll make a very welcome and give any good given to you. Sluice is gone. Story. Passenger. Someone on the dock. Constable. Not. The Rose Market caters to collectors and eccentrics. Anyone with exotic taste and the gumption to harass sea captains. You make one trade per visit. Choose wisely. Not. Consider a specialist surgeon. She is staying to a respectable boarding house near the docks and has made it known that she is available for work. I specialise in amputations. It is easy to acquire unwanted appendages at Z. Her talents can be well employed in your vessel. The claddery air as a doctor increases hearts and iron. I see officers. A mascot. Can't put that. Put the surgeon there. Well, I could replace my mascot if I replaced it with a. Okay. Anything there? Can only sell things there. Oh, I've only got 25 left now, so I can't buy anything at all anyway. Let's get out to sea again. Testing buttons, are you? Oh, yeah, you found that one. Something appeared here. Your Z-Bat has discovered something. Click on the message to mark the location on your chart. Oh, there. Mutton Island. Some distance to the southeast. Click it to mark it on your chart. Where's my chart? Chart. Aha. Down here. Let's see. This guy first. What have we got there? Where is my terror? Oh, it's up here, I guess. That's terror. We need 2. Lightship. Little to spare. We don't need fuel, I don't think. 47. Maybe. Speak to the crew. In the bleaching glare of the lens, amongst the smells of oil and metal, you sip tea and chat. The Z's terror recedes. Yeah, terror's gone down. Mutton Island. Wakers Haven. Once this simple fishing village was part of the London suburbs, but before London fell and the waters rushed in. Locked. Unlocked when Zabrine is. Yeah, you can't do that till I have a... You need Terra 1. As you prepare to go ashore, your first officer salutes Captain. 4 of the crew intend to perform a concert on the Z-shore. You and I both invited to attend. It'll be good for morale, and perhaps some of them can actually carry a tune. The cook has converted pots into kettle drums. The quartermaster... Hello, Witherbag, welcome in. The quartermaster has improvised panpipes. That squint-eyed fellow from Shepherd's Wash has brought out an actual fiddle. They set up on a dark beach lit by torches and poles and do 8 folk songs, a mischievous music hall number called The Empress Likes Them Quiet, and an odd-rest little tune like a caged cat. My own composition, the washman confides. Honestly, they're not very good. They are unrehearsed and uneven, and the presence of something serpentine in the surf puts them off. But these homely sounds here on the deep's doorstep, something about it lifts the heart. Anything else in here? Pick up a wretched mog. Meow, meow. A yellow-eyed, mangy, piebald thing winds around your ankles like a manacle chain. You've never seen a cat's mouth open that wide. Presumably it's hungry. This is a mascot, 1 variety of officer. I've already got a comatose ferret. Hey, I was confused as I thought I saw you had gone live, but I wasn't pinged on RL, so I first thought you might have been testing. What work on? Ramble life? That's weird. Streams, yeah. Yeah, what's notify me doing up to? Let's have a look. Only that tab. Need Melody, I think. Notify me Discord. Everything else is working. On my phone watching your stream as I'm tired after my dentist experience. Oh dear. Let's... channels. YouTube channels. Okay, Twitch channels. It's running. I need to vote on tags to use that feature. Got yourself worked up but wasn't allowed bad and booked in for the other side next month. not entirely following that, but that doesn't sound like fun. Did I vote or not? Vote after this ad. It's like so much fuss. Okay. My blooming phone. It is typing words I'm not saying. It wasn't all bad, is what I meant to say. Alright, that was a test notification that worked. I don't know why it didn't work when I went live. Right, where were we? I could pick up the wretched Mog, but as I say, you already have a comatose ferret. And a mushroom. Comatose ferret wasn't that fun, though. Gives us +1 hearts. And we get +3 mirrors and +2 pages with that. I don't know what the cat gives us. More fun if you don't. Chat to the fishermen. They all sail the Z around the island. They mend their nets by the harbour. They all see what happens here, but you'll need coin to open their mouths. Pirates plying the waves. Smugglers at their work. Carnate ships putting into resupply. Nothing dramatic, but enough to interest the Admiralty. Okay. I think I lost a little echo. Buy fuel. I think we can get back with that fuel. Maybe. Whoa, 20 echo. Okay, you wanted 1 fuel. I guess we should go back. And what were you in the dentist for? Was it just a cleaning? Returning to London, the lights of London welcome you home. This story only appears when you've been at sea for a little while. Collect messages from the harbour master. Okay. Something has changed in the Neath. Someone wants to sign on. The blind bruiser attends to business on the dock. That's all for now. You now have one of this. Another day of free evening. Good evening, Mumble Lord Malthus. You've got room in the hold. Kind of let's give it to our friends in Mount Palmerston, then you will see we get to hear about it. Maybe when you come back we'll cover your expenses. Bon voyage, as my aunt, who was French by birth, if not by inclination, used to like to say. Mr. Palmerston is somewhere generally northeast of London. Right, it's understood that. think we can sell that now, can't we? Keep that for the moment. Yeah, a lot of money. The papers. Nothing else to do. Wharf. Try that. Passenger. Still there. Visit Clathermont's Tattoo Parlour. You're a real Zayla now. After all, you could go to one of those tobacco and prey places by the docks. But the prices at Clathermont's are reasonable. This will increase your iron by 2 permanently and cure up to 25 points of terror. We do not have any terror. So I don't know if it's worth doing this at this point. Maybe later. Merchant. You're a reliable agent. Very specific needs, but he'll pay much better than market rates, and he won't ask how you came by these things. An occurrence. Your objective, the venturer's venture quality, is now 1, a dream and a scheme. The venturer has a quest. Speak to him further. Check your journal. If that's there he is. He has a plan. Is he a Cylon? Let's talk to people. Does she wield a fork the way she wields a surgical instrument? The cooked flesh arrives. It's still in its shell. From the claws, 8 legs, body and head, she renders a dozen neat bite-sized piles of shredded flesh, sutured with mushroom or pinned together with needles of chiton. Perhaps she has missed a calling as a chef. She denies it. My mother was the child of a surgeon in the first city. You might say that knife work runs in the family. There is a wicked, quirking smile at the corner of her mouth. Then there are rumours about my father. She would deny there's any truth in those. You've lost swan supplies. Spend a secret to improve your hearts, unless it's higher than 100. My hearts are. Answer questions about your past. You've kept your secrets long enough. Unmask yourself. This will allow you to select a past, ambition, and form of preferred address, also providing you with a specialist ability bonus. And I can proposition the Cledriere despite her ironical eye. Perhaps not. Can't do either of these. Can repair. Buy a new ship. Possibly there's a reason you might want to set to Z in a boat the size of a dining room table. Possibly. Okay, that seems like a bad idea. Fuel. Flare. I have not used any flares yet. You have hunger of 32. I'll buy some of that, some of that. I'm going to go and head northeast. What's going on here? Combat. You've encountered an opponent. The red arc shows the range of your deck gun. Keep the enemy in range while your crew works out a firing solution. This will happen faster if you keep the enemy in your prow line. The deck gun will be highlighted as your crew make towards us. Firing solution. Press space or close the tutorial to continue. Ow. Ouch. Ow, 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 ow. This could be nasty. Shh. Damn it, missed. Ah, that wasn't good. Down to 4 out of 75. Shipwrecked! Your ship founders. There are screams, floods of dark water, the unforgettable sound of a spine breaking. Slip beneath waves, you remember it in song. Die for the first time. It's not been too warm. Shadowed Stranger died December 9th, 1887. Sleep. Nothing unlocked. What else? Okay, main menu. New. Accept legacy. It's an accept legacy. Ah, I see. Can I do more than one? No. Accept legacy. Yes. Right, choose a pass. Let's do choose a pass this time. Decide who you were and what you want to be. You were in a lodge with a room above the blinds held. So you'll be a priest, a natural philosopher, a veteran of the campaign of 68, a poet, or a street urchin. Going to be a natural philosopher. Your acquaintance, the plausible surgeon, will serve as ship's doctor until you find someone better. Okay, that's him. He probably won't saw off the wrong limb. Can't speak to him yet. Your father was lost at Z. You never knew him, but you often dreamed of him to return his remains to London for decent burial. Eternal life sounds something you'd enjoy, and it's said that the presbyter, the ruler of the elder continent, has lived forever. Gather 100 tales, learn all you can of the Zeke, write a masterpiece, retire, wealth, private kingdom. So, let's go with that one. Last scrap of paperwork. Captain happening regularly with the Harbourmaster's office. They wish to know what term of address do you prefer ashore? Madam, my lord, my lady, captain, citizen, or sir? Captain, I think. Who are you? Choose your name. Right, read that one, so I'll sell it. We already have the composed ferret, no point getting that one again. I don't know, maybe though. Oh, dry dock, okay. Should remember that one next time. Gator's Morn in the Corsair's Forest, okay. Can't do either of those. Lodgings, read the morning papers. Okay, let's take him this time. Ask after his desires and ambitions. He's travelled much. Chelinate, you know it. They collect corpses. He shifts in his seat. Vast, noble, complicated corpses. I could learn. What could I see? My dearest captain, if we ever find ourselves with the Chelinate, I do hope we might see fit to release me from my arrangement. Far east of the Untersee. Low Barnet is a joke on High Barnet. Just to the north of London, the real one. If you ever need an extra turn of speed, clicking the full power icon will add another barrel of fuel to the engines. This is occasionally hazardous. Walk in the gardens. The lawns are neatly trimmed and the night flowers of the neath bloom here in profusion. You watch the hedgerows, but nothing comes to menace you. You could savour the peace. There is a pointed cough from the shadow of a rotting potting shed. An angular woman in a maid's uniform, her eyes a peculiar sulphurous yellow, advances. Frowning, she indicates the house, turns on her heel and leaves. We know something of Hunter's Keep. Ships rarely come here, nothing changes, even the weather. The house is the heart of the isle, the house and the sisters, but the Admiralty may be happy to know that nothing's changed, at least. You are a cane turtle after on the foredeck. We've done... talked to Phoebe before. Phoebe has a story to tell of two lovers parted by water, of a raven that carried messages, of a fragment of the moon. She beats time on the table as she speaks, as if to a song only she can hear. The effect is hypnotic. Your attention drifts out through the skylight of the dining room to the false stars glittering in the roof of the cavern. You drift like a puffball spore. The Untersee shimmers below. Islands lie like mineral specimens on black velvet. Ships bob like wood chips between the islands. Vast spined things pulse in the depths. There is a scent like the scent before a storm. The storm came, says Phoebe quietly. Everything changed. Somewhere in there you finished the last course. The scowling maid reluctantly serves cheese and Bath Oliver biscuits. That's all for now. Right, launch. Okay. All right, and starting in a minute. And 1 menaces. This will increase as you conduct criminal activities or have contact with rough sorts. The higher your suspicion, the more fiercely the exiles will search your ship. Stop in there. Fuel, that was nice of them. Right, let's look into this submariner. Sworn off, you can travel to the southern coast and follow it east to find Port Carnelian. There you will learn how to convert your ship into a submarine. Be sure to be prepared for the journey. Okay, so maybe not yet. So I can't do that. Nothing going on with lodgings. Repairs offer a passage to a tomb colonist. An emigrant will pay to be taken north to Venderbright. Okay. Venderbright. Take them north to the colony of Venderbright and sell them. Sell them? Okay, fine. Alright. Be back in a bit. Slump surely should be a word. Where are we to stamp?
I'd like to thank you for watching, if indeed you still are.
I mean, I know what I'd go for in this situation. It's a Minecraft term. Cargo, 18 fuel, 12 supplies, a tomb colonist. Shop. Naval supplies. You giving up? Mine has gone blank, but hopefully it'll come to life in the mo. Torpedo nets. This will cost 100 echoes. Torpedo components. This will cost 5 echoes. Not much point having components without things, I guess. You know it's not stump, because there's T after stamp. Also P. Think of something slippery and green. There we go. Right, I'm just out to sea. Will you come with another word? We're going north. Zero, I said I should have a slime redemption in addition to the bloodbath one. Plurals. There we go. Nice one. Seven minutes, 3 seconds. Oh. Actually, might be able to catch. 30, we got 70. Get him. You've destroyed a pirate, steam pinnace. The ship is yours. What will you do with her? Loot and scuttle her. Well, that's really not much choice then, is there? These pinnaces don't sail far from their hidden harbours, but here's something in the back of the hold. You have finished opening a cache of curiosities. Stout crate. In 3 supplies. Alright, we're a little damaged. Peggy said it's playtime. I don't have a cat command, unfortunately. Zayla is praying. Lock in here and see what we got. You brought this decaying emigrant north, now what? It is everything I imagined, he tells you breathlessly, but there's someone missing. Please bring her to me. She went off to the Mangrove College. She needed to get out of London, but Venderbright is just as safe as the college, and I wait if she's bored of mud by now. Look for the shady sort in the Mangrove College, somewhere in the south of the Untersee. Alright, that's a completely different direction. I guess we can do that. Lost 1 terror. Food is exceptional. Blech. Sound sample, didn't I? Did I change? Oh, no, there it is.
Yes, that sequence of words I said made perfect sense.
Still got it. The food here is exceptional. You need not fear poisoning or boredom. Definitely not boredom. This is usually a more effective way of reducing terror than purchasing a dusty glass of wine, but also reduce hunger. Can't do it anyway, so it's not. Can't do that. Vengeance of Jonah. Visit the first quarter. Alright, do that. The first curator gives audience. The first curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colony. It has been much longer than London. Listen to a whispered request. Apparently we're going to do some colours. I have a lot of stuff now. That. Among the coasts of the Untersee, it's remarkably hard to die. The decrepit and nearly dead who have leave London become tomb colonists and settle here in bandaged peace. But they don't give up their ties to home or their politics. You gather a haul of complex clues enough to keep your contacts in London interested. Right. Okay. Who's having a go at us, and do we care? Fed the crew. Hooray. The glassy chop of dark water, the iron clatter of feet in the hatchway. Home waters. Her Enduring Majesty's Customs Service works closely with both the Ministry of Public Decency and the Master of the Bazaar. Today they selected you for inspection. Don't cheat them. Let them do their worst. You've nothing to hide. This will reduce your suspicion if your suspicion is 5 or more. It isn't. Declare all control good. Pay the customs duty on any untaxed souls or romantic literature carrying surrender any smuggled sunlight. I guess. Do that. Rest in a room. You don't have the echoes to get blast at home. This will reduce your terror. Not too high. The rest of London. Right, I also need to talk to him. Increase your pages. Secrets are my favourite. He likes to sit very close when he speaks, the plausible surgeon. He speaks familiarly of diseases and hauntings. He knew their first names, but chose not to disclose them out of courtesy and discretion. This makes some of his advice confusing, but you do learn intriguing details. You've gained 1 pages, 26. You've lost 1 secret. Yeah, we've got a surgeon. It's not. Anything in there? No. Okay. Do need to... repair this ship, don't we? Where was that? Okay, we can repair ourselves when we go out, I think. You'd think at the shipyard to be able to repair, though. I'll just buy a new ship. Right, what's our food status? Supplies 13, we've got 15 fuel. Capacity 49. $100, but they don't come back. Repair. Alright, so there wasn't much point coming down here. It's just a dead end. The Megalops defeated. With a full-on and wailing cry, the Megalops turns on its back and legs nearly folded as bluish blood gouts from its wounds. The golden legs begin to dim. Set to work with your knives and acid. It is an undistinguished adolescent specimen, a Megalops of one of the deep-sea crab species, but his eyes, normally vestigial in these troglodytic beasts, are large and rather beautiful. The golden glow is almost gone now, although sparks leap now and then to your knife. You succeeded in a page's challenge. The higher the quality, the higher the chance of success. You've gained 25 fragments. New total 207. There's Mutton Island again. Right. Yeah, I see the dock. The canal ascends through locks and gates, and shadow turns to the sunlight of the surface. Assist the gnomic gallivant in enterprises of a riddle. There are 10 individuals in a room, one of whom is an ancient tyrant. How can you distinguish him? Answer. Burglarize a private library for a picture of him beforehand. Okay. Weird puzzle, but... Prop the ladder at the porthole, assures you, sends, leaving. Back on your deck, he polishes his ruby cups. I've seen the face of eternity imprinted in ink. It is a terrible face. You were to visit the Communion Canal or the Iron and Misery Cove funging station. There is still one port left to visit. The gnomic gallivant now knows his target's face. Service gossip. It'd be a prime spot for a pub or wine shop, but the interests of the Echo Bazaar and the laws of London prevent it. They don't like competition. Still, there are temporary half-legal hostelries in long-moored ships. Here you trade stories with suntan surface sailors, stories of Paris and Batavia. Batavia? Lost fires and the final isles. As well as now, you have one vision of the surface. All right. Get out of here. send out a bat. There are no islands within the Z-Bat's range. Okay. Ooh, doesn't look good. Southwest. Click to mark it on your chart. Look at it here on the chart. Right. And Republic. Let's see what they do. Factory engines roar like false lions. Blood thunders in the dock pipes. Crimson lightning skitters across the deck, leaps to the rail, curls there like a cat. The city is reflected in glassy calm harbour waters. The citizens there have the heads of dogs and serpents. Hell has brought freedom to the Iron Republic, freedom from all laws, even those of nature. Listen, your time... No, okay, not that one. Engage an officer, the irrepressible cannoneer. Captain looking for a gunner, I'm looking for a ship. Here are my references. Here are more references. Here's my design for a whistling shell. Here's my colleague, he'll stay on shore. Here's my hand, will you take it? Alright. Sounds like fun. Oh, I can't. It's not fun. Parody of the Bazaar. Today it feels a buzz. You've gained one new terror. Okay. Pilot port report. Right. Guess we will launch in this weird direction. I think we're going to head home. Increase your iron. Excellent. So spend a secret to improve your iron unless it's higher than 100. The ship must be in good shape to sustain the impact of the cannoneer experiments. Right. are being watched, says my little thing. Fed the crew. They're the Murray Mints. Collect messages from the Hubmaster. Something has changed in the Neath. Someone wants to sign on. The Brian Blueser. Yeah, that's all for now. You have one of this another day every evening. London. The survey office. Okay, send them that. Where's our terror? Use your terror and give you a restful night. We don't have one. No, nice work. Gold needle. Okay, that worked. Do. Okay, we've already got a doctor. Don't need another one. Ah, visit the university. That's another secret. You are now Favours Antiquarian. The alarming squalor is a mercurial, to say the least, a creature of sudden moods and broken teeth. Possibly her, is it her, appointment as University Maritime Liaison was precautionary, to keep his razor-sharp enthusiasm from causing too many injuries in the facility. Ah yes, the scholar was really... I have a budget for acquisitions. What have you brought me? If you have knowledge items the scholar will buy, they will appear below. Okay, so we can buy that one. Cruising Wolf Stack docks. There is no danger. Try to enjoy yourself. This will reduce your terror. We don't have any terror. I'm our crew. Right. 3Q, total of 11. Any repairs? We do not need repairs. Someone wants to sign on. An officer. Tireless mechanic. Alright, we still need to stock up on shops. Do shops. I need some fuel. 7. Supplies like 5. Okay, we're a bit poor. We can go too far. Now, I don't think we've visited this island down here in this life, have we? So, let's try them. Oh, this one. It's one below here, I think. Maybe there's something there. Quick look at the map. Yeah, Rowena's Rocks. Or Quaker's Haven, I guess. A woman in an iridescent green gown waves vaguely from the rocks. Sorrowful sighs waft across the water towards you. Idiot castaway, a mermaid? Of course not. Mermaids are a preposterous myth. Poor woman won't answer your hails, but she's obviously in need of assistance. She's probably a pirate or a drowner or a drownie or someone's feral aunt. Feral ants? So, okay. A fanged mouth rears from the water, big enough to bite a boat in half. A swallowed pig. The woman contorts and slides into the water. She's the tip of the monster's tail. This will be untidy. High risk challenge. 21%. Flee. 26% chance of fleeing. I guess that's our one choice. Single struggling tailgater, stretching your scramble limb and it submerges. Bales 33 failed in the challenge. Try again and you may have better luck. You've gained 10 terrain. You now have 1 tail of terror. You've lost 1 crew. What we can do? Pick up Wretched Mog, chat to the fisherman. missed it. Hitting my ship. Heavy rock. That wasn't actually a bad visit. More food. How much in the way of fuel, though? It's dangerous or happy, friendly? This is friendly fire. Be something you can land at anyway. All we got here. Navigator is a first officer. Can't get him because don't know enough echo. Okay, we could probably get him. Some sort of beetle has invaded your morsel of ship's biscuit. It waggles its antenna impertinently. Sure. I can head back this way. Get home. Let's do Cynthia this time. Right, we got anything going on here? Nope. Nope. Papers. The rats of fallen land are remarkably skilled engineers. They know ships well. They are not, however, reliable. Payment is in kind and not currency. This will repair some of your hull. How much? Difficult to say. A matter of luck. Pretty good odds. Okay. Hey, prepared perfectly. Lost one suppliers, though. We should go to survey the office. Ask, this will take you to the right one. If ever get you to heat fuel. Pass on strategic information. The Admiral sits up, sequence of pretends calm. 150 echo. Nice. Alright, fuel. We do want some. Definitely want some supplies. We want a second weapon. Yes. Oh. All damage. Okay, that's a better one. No. Life damage 24, 24. Crew damage warm up time 4. It's basically the same thing. Forward weapon, I don't even... I see, I can't. Doesn't go. I don't have a forward. Damn, I wasted money. Well, guess I'll sell it back. Half price. So what do I have? I have auxiliary weapon, I guess, or something? A bridge. Alright, a bit of a waste. Never mind. Okay, I think that one means I've got the same engine then. Right, how much we can do? Can we look at the map here? Yeah. All the way down there before. Blind butcher, favours. That's what I was looking for. Agree to smuggle souls from London to Mount Palmerston. You've done everything around me, they won't forget it. So I got those. Antiquarian, you have proved the Ziva stories and other treasures. Learning about. Receive training and guild is mourn in the Corsair's forest, somewhere not far from home waters. Scheme, bring a shady sort to Venomite from the Mangrove College. I don't know where that is though. Don't think we can go much further that way then. What was the submarine tutorial? Travel to the southern coast, follow it east to find Port Carnelian. Did I find that already? No. Round that way. Okay, we're going to do that then. Yeah, this is where we want to be. Chunk of grit baked in your ship's biscuit, you crack a tooth and curse. The crew chuckle, but when the object turns out to be a diamond, small and badly formed, but a diamond nevertheless, they all hush. Diamonds are sacred stone, one says. Give it to the Z captain, it'll be luck for us. Do the careful thing. Say, I'm going to throw a diamond overboard. Alright, since we're back and the ads are starting, I won't take another break.
I'd like to thank you for watching, if indeed you still are.
Yes, somehow something got muted. I didn't see. I hadn't muted the microphone. Yeah. Take this git out. Yeah, it was a weird one. I'm supposed to unmute when I come back from... automatically come back. I don't know why I didn't. Turn that off. Yeah, I was saying, yeah, L and P, but the S was repeated on loops, so I don't think that helped. What vowels do we have left? U and I and a Y, maybe. So on food and stuff. Hope there's something down here we can talk to. Ah, drove into a boy. $400. Avoiding that boy. Ludpy. Yeah, I'm not gonna get away with that one. Blank with this one. L. Starts with an L. Next letter should be... you and I. What else could it be? You know, what else tends to come after? What consonants come after L? Really? Any, I think. It's got to be I or U. And there's an M. I don't know where to go here. I'm going to die out here, I think. Oh, unless... I can see maybe a way to go. Ooh. Not what I was going for. Close, I think, to what it is. A naval base with the Royal Navy's emblems curiously amended. Efficient, bright-eyed women and men work. You? That's a huge clue. I should obviously ignore characters that are not letters. Oh, sniped at the end. I mean, Witherbag got most of the way there. Alright. I think we're all going to die on the way back. Let's give it a go. Ah, there's a road thing in the way. Castle Clare. Can't even land. I think that was 90% with a bag. Going the right way? Kind of. The Republicans? Good grief. Maybe we can buy fuel here. I hope so. Shops. Fuel, yes. Excellent. All right. Yes. Try and get back home now. Oh, wait. Ah, I've misunderstood the instructions for this. Travel to the southern coast and then follow it east. That's that way. I was going the other way. Never mind. Let's avoid the dune. You're low on supplies. Once you run out, your crew will begin to starve. You can buy more in certain ports. Yes, I know. Far from home, are we? Wrong way. We'll have to get there. Or we can kill crabs. Shops. I don't have any money. $30. Daylight robbery. Travel to the surface. No, can't do that. Hold supplies. Journal officers. Shops. Can't sell anything. Any money. Well, we could sell fuel, but we need to sell 12 fuel and we don't even have that. Not much point. We'll just have to see if we can make it home. Where do we have to go? Too far, actually. We'll come into crab territory. Like that little guy. Butcher it. Good timing as well. Someone's got my biscuits again. Right. We actually made it home. I'm quite surprised. Oh, the revenue men again. Talk your way out. What? Set something aside. Lost 5 flavours. Okay, that's fine. Admiralty. Let's see what we can sell. Grand Geode. 28, not much. Three. Nope. Well, that wasn't all that good. What else can we do? Right, we can get some of that. Terror's not too bad. Hire more crew. Ship. Gunnery officer. Who actually are we looking for? We're looking for a cook. So new. Damn, spent money. Only got 53 out of that. Getters. Can kill things on the way, maybe, and fuel is probably better. Can't sell that, that's our only gun. That's our only engine. Alright, let's look at the map. Oh, we're going to end up eating, I think, before we get to anything we can kill in the sea. Yep, fed the crew. And there is our friend. Butcher for supplies. Just lose hunger at that point, so it's a bit of a waste. I think we've been here. Check in. Heavy rock trade supplies. I don't want to give away supplies, so no. Compile report. Yep. shops. No shipyard. No officers. Go there. Where's this place? Don't think it's on the map. Station 3. We have a dock, depot A. Ooh, let's avoid hitting the... Yep. Station 3. Train your telepotent. Score. Can't speak. Cave train with a delivery. Sign of other bitches. 67% chance. Okay. Okay. Nothing else, right? Probably a bad idea. Gator's Mount. Morn. Okay. Yeah, bad guess. We're running low on supplies. Explore. You come across a crew of Chelenate hunters exchanging heated assaults with a Canate privateer. It looks like to end in blood. Side with the Kaganagans. They may be foreign, but at least they're halfway sophisticated. Side with the Chelonians. They may be uncouth, but at least they're brave. Raise your own flag. Leave. There is nothing to be gained here. So that's chancy. 54%. 72%. We'll get out of this. Victory with battle screams and rage-tipped harpoons. And your help, the Chelonians rout the Canate privateers. The smiling huntress who leads them claps you on the back. Well fought for a Londoner. Come to the Carrion Sea sometimes. We'll roast a sea serpent for you. She drops a saw-edged bone token into your hand and blows you a kiss. What else is going on here? Refuse to pay for the information. Introduce Blemigans to the Morn. Oh, could have picked one up from there then, I guess. Some say she's a clay man who freed herself with the power of verse. Possible. Others insist she's the personal muse of the king with 100 hearts. Unlikely. One claims she sails on a living ship made of the still screaming skulls of her victims. More sober voices mutter that no, it's just an Alcaeus class vessel. Gather intelligence, 39%. Not. The only shops? Friendly face. Unstamped crate of brilliant souls. Oh. I guess we can sell that then. That will give us food. That's a bit hard. Oof, 40 though. Fuel do we have? 5. We can probably get home on 5. Back to 3 echoes. Alright. Well, that's Patrick's lot. That's Squidward and SpongeBob. Here it is too. Tales of the Standing Stones. Okay. Develop more report. Hey. It. Right, you're both in for this. spider silk. I think we're just gonna make it. I thought it's Wednesday. You don't? No, I don't. But with the bank holiday stuff, my cooking day got moved, so I thought I can do a Wednesday stream and see if anyone attends. I also streamed on Monday. I think you must have missed that one. Home in the range. Ooh. Good evening. I'm sorry to say that my source informed me that you're no longer in possession of the little gift that entrusted to you, but neither have you delivered it. Consequently, we must visit a reckoning on you when you're old still. Behind the blind bruiser. Oh dear. 10% chance. At the pub on a Monday. Wow. %10 chance and I did it. I am amazing. You lost 1 crew. Okay. You refused the proposal. You gained 1 menace. Gained 10 terror. Your business with the cheery man is over. For now. Ah, failed. Didn't want fuel though. This is my colleague, Mr. Villain of the Ministry of Public Decency. Mr. Villain, this good captain's report is here. If you would care to... Yes, the fire is already lit. Let us... There we go. Now only ashes remain, and it might have caused such a lot of trouble. Thank you, Captain. We appreciate your discretion. Here is your payment. You need not trouble yourself further in this affair. I got 100 echo for that one. Right, Carusin, 80% chance. Wow. Go. You're fortunate, you lost 5 terror, you've lost 30. Okay, that wasn't fun. Aramore crew. We badly damaged, 41 out of 75. Completely repair, okay. 24. That's the officer and stuff. Shops. Yeah, we got 1 fuel, 5 supplies, 69 left. So the best we can do, I think. 6 and 7. Where can we go? Go up north. I think that might be the best place to go and see if we can find stuff. Green glass and basalt, salt and silence, says the little log. Let's search us anything. There are no islands within the Zebat's range. There's a boy. A crab. Supplies, I guess we'll do. It's over here. Tanachuk does not appear to be lendable. Far off, very far off, someone screams. Not a bat. Boreal reaches this snow, touch it and it puffs to vapour. Your crew huddles close to the warmth of pipe and funnel. What the hell is that? The lifeberg. Sound like fun. An alive iceberg, I guess. Right, there's a place. Codex. The Isle of Codex, a desperate cave full of mute exiles and an inexplicable colony of shivering, bad-tempered monkeys. Agree to a damp request. Seeing your ship, Adriani approaches with purpose. After a circuit exchange, it seems he seeks passage to the undersea spire of Scrimshander. Don't know where that is. Acquire a doomed monster hunter. This one has waited all her life for a single answer. Give her that answer and she will ready to lay down her leg. Don't have that either. Compile a report, I guess. Oops. And I have no money. Censor's Arch. Something here. I don't want to fight the lifebird. He's got 400 health. I've got 73. Coming in for the kill. You can sense Spencer's. Yes, I know that. Yeah. It's bluff. A lot of whirling things. So we can buy fuel. No, we don't need money. It's an issue. What happens when you run out of fuel in this then? Tomb Colony of Venderbright. Explore Venderbright. That's Terra, that's all for now. Is it the first curator? We haven't been here before. Ask about the ground. For now. Options of Jonah. Don't do any of that. Nope, haven't found his girlfriend. Well, I guess we'll just have to see how far we can get on our one. It's a bat swarm. This way. Without fuel, your ship is just an oddly shaped. Yes. This will disappear as soon as you have fuel. If you persist and don't worry about it. Search your suppliers for something of use. You have one fuel. Friendly. So we can convert supplies into fuel. Brickfinger Wastes. That sounds a very nice place. And we might make it back without having to do anything else. Let's see. Ahoy, Captain, how do you feel, are we? That was unwise. We can help for a reasonable price on the scope. Says, hee hee, pay the towing fee. 100 echoes. Salvage rights. Then give you a lift. We're eager entitled to your ship and cargo. Perhaps not. So, there are options when you do start to run out, but we are very close to home. That's about half our tank. Very close though, look at that. Collect messages. Make a sacrifice as storm. Storm. Right. Anything will require a death. Time to draw lots. Make a sacrifice as stone. Kindest of the gods. So you can do these things. Abandon ship. Right. Perhaps not. Right. Then we got one fuel and stuff. It's not. Anything for him? No. Them? No. Lodgings? Nope. Shops. $29. 2 food. Well, to be honest, it's about time to end, so I'm going to call it here. Let's find someone on the raiding score. I haven't met raided in a while. I've been up. Where are they? Passed them, missed them. There we go. Need 2 hours. The inestimable Mr. Joe Hills. I'll see you tomorrow, along with Witherbag. I'll be doing a bit more FTB Skies. Bye, everyone.